Hi guys, today we are going to be taking a look at the PowerPoint Chapter 1 Guide It project. So I'm in SimNet. I'm going to go to the PowerPoint Chapter 1 tile. I'm going to click on the Guide It project. Now I can see a couple of things here. I've got a start file and a resources file. So I'm going to take care of the resources file first. So it's going to download to the bottom of my screen. I'm going to click on it. I can see that a folder opens. I double click on the folder and I've got two things in the folder. Now I'm just going to click and drag around these two things. That selects both of them. And then I am going to right click on them and choose copy. Now wherever you saved your files to, that's where I want you to paste them. So I'm going to go back to my documents, which is in this PC, and I'm going to choose my drive, and then I am going to go to my documents. I save all of my stuff in my SS folder, my Software Savvy folder. So I'm going to go ahead and save all of my files here. And to paste them, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and choose paste. Now when it comes time to when I need these files, they're going to be in my SS folder. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to grab my start file. I'm going to click on it. Downloads to the bottom of my screen. Now when it opens, just like Microsoft Word, I have this yellow bar. I have to click Enable Editing, and then I'm going to save it right away. So I'm going to do a File, Save As, and then in the middle column I'm going to browse, and I'm going to find a folder that I want to save this in. So I'm going to go back to this PC, and I am going to choose my drive, and I am going to choose Documents, and I am going to choose SS. Now in my SS folder, I already have all my Word documents, so I'm just going to save it right here so I know when it's time to upload it where to find it. Now in a PowerPoint slideshow, you are going to have your slides that are available right here. So I've got two slides, and then the full screen slide is here. So I'm going to jump in right now, and I'm going to start with step 2. It says on slide 2, so I'm going to click down here to slide 2. I am going to select the bulleted text, which is right here. A box goes around the bulleted text. Step B says click the bullets drop down arrow, which is on your home tab in your paragraphs group. So I'm going to click on this arrow to drop it down, and I am going to select bullets and numbering. And then I'm going to change the color of the bullets. So down here I've got a paint bucket, and I'm going to change the color of the bullets to orange accent 6, which I've got orange accent 1 here. I'm going to move over. Here the far orange color is an orange accent 6. Then it tells me that I want to change the size to 90% of the text. So I'm just going to press my down arrow until I get to 90%. And then step F says click the Customize button to open up the symbol dialog box. Now these are all the symbols that you can use for bullets. I am going to change my font. Right now I've got my font on as normal text. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to pick Wingdings, which is in the W section. So Wingdings, and I'm going to pick the Wingdings 3. Now once I'm at the Wingdings 3, I want to choose the black right pointing arrow, which I can kind of see there's a lot of arrows here that look black. But down here I've got a character code. If you know what specific character you want to enter, you can just type it in here. So it tells me in step G, I want to enter 117, which is this black arrow. And I'm going to click OK. Now all of my bullets have changed to this arrow, and they are orange. And I am going to click OK again to close this box. Now the problem is I didn't select my whole bulleted text. So now I'm going to use my format painter. I'm going to click on this and then highlight this. And that should, which it didn't, so I'm just going to have to redo this bullet. So bullets and numbering, orange, accent 6, 90% of text, customize, wingdings 3, the character code is 117, and then click OK. Okay, so you should have 2 triangles there. Step 3 wants us to reuse slides. So we have another presentation and we want to bring those slides into this presentation. So I'm on slide 2 right here. And then I'm going to go to my new slide button, which is in my home tab right here. Once I go there, I can choose this option, reuse slides. Reuse slides allows me to get slides from another slideshow. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to hit browse. Now choose browse from file. Now these are the slides that you just downloaded. These were in your resource file. So I put them in my SS folder. So I'm going to look in my SS folder and I should see that there is a PowerPoint presentation in there called Email Content 01. These are the slides that I want to reuse, so I'm going to click on it and click open. Now nothing happens to my file yet. I still have 2 slides in my slideshow, but it shows me all of the slides in this slideshow that I can kind of reuse. So step D, it says click all 4 slides on the reuse pane to insert them. So I'm going to start from the top one, keep it short, and I'm going to click. You guys can see it moved over to the slide 3. Now I'm going to click on the write a meaningful message. Then it's going to go to slide 4. Y goes to slide 5, and organize it goes to slide 6. Once you have all 4 of those slides put in, close the reuse slides panel, which is on the right side. Step 4. It says we want to rearrange this slide. So we want getting results with email to be the first slide. That's what is already first. So I'm going to keep it there. And then ask these questions is going to be second. Why is going to be third. Now I know my why slide is down here at 5. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click and hold my mouse down and drag it up so it becomes number 3 slide. Then I'm going to do a write a meaningful subject. That's now slide 5. I'm going to click on it, hold my mouse down and drag it up so it's slide 4. And then I'm going to do keep it or organize it, which is slide 6. I'm going to click and drag this up so it becomes slide 5, and then keep it short is slide 6. Step 5 tells me I want to check the spelling. So I'm going to go back up here to my slide number 1, and I'm going to go to my review tab, and I'm going to choose my spelling button. Now, I've got a couple of problems with spelling. The first one is going to pop up email. I can ignore this one. The next one is receive. I want to change the spelling of receive, so I'm going to choose change. Then I get careless on slide 3, change it. Organized on slide 3, change it. Capture on slide 3, change it. Response on slide 5, change it. And separate on slide 5, change it. That should be all of your spelling changes right there. Step 6, it says we are going to display slide 2, which is ask these questions. Step A says select the body placeholder with the bulleted text. So when it says to select the placeholder, I want you to select the line outside. I can see that my line is now dotted If I click on the line, it becomes solid. Then the whole placeholder is selected. Step B says double click the Format Painter button. Format Painter is on my home tab, and I'm going to double click it to keep it pushed down. Step C says click your page down button, or you can go to slide 3. I'm going to go to slide 3, and I am going to click in the list, right in this bulleted list here. When I click on the list, the bullets should change to arrows. I'm going to do the same thing for slide 4. Click in the list, bullets should change to arrows. Slide 5, click in the list, bullets should change to arrows. When you are all done with a Format Painter, you can either click on it to turn it off, or you can press your escape key to turn it off. Just make sure it's no longer being pushed down. Step 7, it says display slide 6. And then it tells me to delete the picture on the right. So this is my picture on the right. I'm just going to click on it and press delete. Step B says select the subtitle text. The subtitle text is keep it meaningful. You want to resize the placeholder. So using these white bubbles, which are called handles, I'm just going to drag it up so it fills up this whole orange spot. Step C says select the title text, keep it short, and change the font size to 24 point. So I'm going to highlight the text, and then in my home tab, I'm going to change the font size to 24. Now it says resize the placeholder to fit it. I can see my placeholder has way too much space around it, so I'm going to go grab the top left handle, and I'm just going to kind of drag the placeholder so it just fits the text. Next, step 8, it says, step D says position the title text above the subtitle. So, with the subtitle selected and I've got a solid line around it, I'm going to mouse over this solid line. It's got a 4-sided arrow. I'm going to click and drag this so it moves up over keep it meaningful. Step D then says change the font color to black text 1. So right here I'm getting my home tab. I'm going to pull the font color down, and here is black text 1, second box over. Step E says select both placeholders and then arrange. So right now I've got the keep it short selected. If I hold my control key down on my keyboard, I can click on keep it meaningful. So I've got both placeholders selected, and I'm going to kind of arrange them so they look a little bit better. So in my drawing tools format bar, my home tab, my format group, which my drawing group right here, I've got an arrange button, and I am going to choose to align them right. So align and then align right. They will jump over so the right sides of each box is kind of in the same spot. Step 8, it says click the insert tab. So I'm going to click off of all of this. So I'm just going to click the light orange area of the slide. Step A says click your insert tab, which is here, and then click the pictures button. So pictures is right here. Now we're going to navigate to wherever you put those resources in. So I put them in this PC, my drive, my documents, and then my SS folder. So wherever you stored those files, that's where I want you to go. You are going to choose the @ symbol 01 and going to choose insert. Now once it gets put in, with the picture still selected, you are on your Picture Tools Format tab. Go to your Align button and choose Align Left. This is going to move this to the left side of the slide. Step 9, I'm going to click off the picture, so in the light orange area here. Step 9, it tells me to go to my Transition tab. A transition is how one slide moves into the next slide. Step B tells me I want to pick the switch transition. So here are my choices for transitions. I'm going to pull the More button down, and I'm going to choose switch. I wish they were in alphabetical order because I can never find ones that I want. So here is switch. Now once you have that selected, with the transitions tab still up, click the effect options and choose left, which means it's just going to go in the opposite way. Now once we have those, we want this transition to happen on every single slide. So hit apply to all button here in your transitions tab. Step 10 tells me that I want to preview the presentation. So back in the slide sorter, go back to your slide sorter button, which is down here on your status bar by your zoom %. It's this little tile button. Once you are there, press Control A, which selects everything. And then in your Transitions tab, click your Preview button. This will allow you to preview everything without actually seeing the slideshow. Step 11. Once you are done doing this, go back to your normal view, which is in your status bar down here, and you want to change the properties. Your properties, you don't actually see. They are on the File tab and over here on the right. So pull the properties down and choose Advanced Properties. In the Summary tab, you want to change the title to Getting Results with Email. The subject is writing. The author is you. My name already appeared, so I'm going to skip it. And then the comments, which comments, I'm going to click, comments are right down here. I am going to choose this presentation is for the new hire seminar, period. So once you have these filled in, click OK, and then the back button. Now, we're not actually going to print these slides out, but I wanted to show you how to change your print settings. So go to your File tab again and choose Print. You want to change how this is going to print. So we don't want to mess with our printer at all. We're just going to change some of the pull downs under settings. So which slides to print? Pull this down and make sure it says print all slides. Then it says in what order. What to print. Change the what to print to 6 slides horizontal. And then you want to choose to frame the slides, which I'm not sure where that is, so I'm going to leave it. And then scale to fit the paper. Let's see. And then print order is collated, which is right here. And then the color range, instead of full color, change grayscale. Now it tells us to hit the print button, but we are not actually printing, we're just saving these settings. So hit your back button, Control S to save, and now I'm going to go back to Simnet and I'm going to upload my file. Now you have to find your file to wherever you put it, so wherever you saved it, that's where you're going to navigate to. Remember, you get 2 times to grade this. I will always take the higher score.